Hi, now this is video number 2 in the playlist on the AWS architecture, and this one's on availability zones. So we'll see what they are and why we need them. Now that we have talked about what AWS regions are, let's take a closer look at what's inside, which are availability zones, or AZs for short. Now, what is an availability zone? An availability zone is a collection of discrete data centers in a single region, and the different AZs are designed to be physically separate from each other. Each AZ has its own power, cooling and networking, all redundant and all independent. We as customers do not know how many data centers make up a single AZ. That's why they're called discrete data centers. And most regions have at least 3 availability zones. Now, this separation is intentional, so a flood, a fire, a power outage in a single AZ will not impact another AZ. Despite being miles apart, the availability zones in a region are connected by high-speed, low-latency fiber networks. This means that data and applications can synchronize or communicate between the different AZs almost instantly. Now, why would you use multiple availability zones? Now, in a later video, we'll talk about customers being responsible for creating a highly available environment based upon availability zones and subnets. But that's for later, because we haven't talked about VPCs or subnets yet. But there are services in AWS that do not require VPC and that do not require subnets. 2 very famous examples of services that do not need a VPC or subnets are S3 and DynamoDB. But there are more. These services basically replicate their data to the different availability zones for redundancy and availability purposes. So you as a customer are not involved in that procedure. So you can trust that when you create an S3 bucket or a DynamoDB table, that the data will be stored redundantly across the different AZs. Now, just to make sure, DynamoDB is a highly available managed NoSQL database. So when you create a DynamoDB table, AWS automatically stores copies of your data across multiple AZs. And if one AZ fails, your database remains available and your data is safe. There's no manual setup required. S3, same story, works in a similar way. Objects uploaded to an S3 bucket are automatically replicated across multiple availability zones within the selected region. This geographic redundancy means your files are resilient to hardware failures or outages in any one data center. So both DynamoDB and S3 are designed with built-in high availability and durability, simply by using resources that span multiple AZs. So you don't need to architect that yourself. AWS handles it for you. So understanding what availability zones are is crucial to building reliable systems on AWS. Now in the next video, which is very closely connected to this one, we'll talk about VPCs and subnets. Because subnets is the way to slice up your AZs for your own custom secure networks. So I hope you're ready for the next one.